Hi guys, how's it going? I'm having a rough night tonight, so I thought that I would make a video for you guys. Welcome to the Sober Living channel. If you don't know me yet, my name is Kai. I'm a recovering alcoholic and I'm 329 days sober as of the filming of this video. So, I just wanted to say hi to you guys and tell you a couple stories. So, as you can see in the title, is rehab safe? Yes, rehab is safe. There's lots of security guards. The people are genuinely nice. You know, generally everybody is pretty spot on. That doesn't mean that violence doesn't happen though. And I'm going to talk about a couple stories that I witnessed when I was in rehab. So, in rehab, there's something called a code white. I believe it was called a code white. And a code white is an announcement over the speakers that tells security that a fight has broken out, either between two patients or a patient and a nurse, or two doctors. No, I'm just joking. But in my 45-day stay, I probably heard the code white probably every other day, you know. Now keep in mind it was a larger hospital. I think there's like 800 patients, 8 or 900 patients. So, the numbers aren't that high. But you gotta remember the nature of rehab, especially at the start, especially when people just get in, like that first week. You're taking a whole bunch of people who have been addicted to a substance and have relied on that substance so much that it becomes just as valuable in your brain as water, you know, and air, and even more than food, because you don't need food for like 30 days until you starve to death. But with drinking, you need to constantly drink, you know. So the first week is tough, and that also means that people are going to be super edgy during that first week. A lot of people stay in their room. They just sequester themselves, stay in their room, and they just hang out until their jitters have gone, until everything like that. But there's a lot of people that don't do that, and yeah, it can get scary. You know, there'll be a lot of people that are complete dicks, you know, and there's a lot of people that you might want to just give them a punch, you know. But there are also people that want to give that person a punch that will give that person a punch, you know. If you go in and you're happy and you're smiling and you say hello to everybody and you're just nice and you don't stir the pot or anything, then you're going to be absolutely fine. But if you go in and you stir the pot, I mean, if you go in anywhere and you stir the pot, things are going to get bad. But multiply that by 1,000 for the situation you're in. So, for example, we were not allowed to smoke. So this is the first story of something that happened during my stay. So we weren't allowed to smoke in rehab, and a lot of us didn't realize we weren't allowed to smoke at rehab until we got to rehab and they told us there's no smoking in the entire hospital. You're not even allowed to go anywhere on the property and smoke, because there's a new law in Ontario that says nowhere on any hospital property can you smoke. And because we were in rehab and we weren't allowed to leave the property, there's nowhere legally where we could smoke. So we were screwed, and we were all upset. And there was a lot of people that would come in and they would sneak their cigarettes in. and we'd all be in our common area, in our little sports room area where we'd watch baseball at the time and play board games and stuff. And they'd walk in and they would stink of cigarettes. And the nurses didn't really seem to care, but we did. We cared a lot because here comes this guy walking into our house, you know, smelling like smoke. It wasn't good, you know, so the guys and I, we all discussed it with him, and we said, listen, buddy, like, stop. Like, at least go to the bathroom because you're driving the entire group nuts. So, I would usually go to bed, not bed, but I'd usually turn in to my room around 8:39, and the rest of the guys would usually stay up until about, I think that the lights out was 10:45 in our dorm. And one night I went to bed, and I went to my room, and there's this big commotion. I wasn't really aware of it. The security guard came. He made sure that everybody that was in the room, because it was at nighttime, right? So he made sure that everybody that was in their rooms stayed in their rooms while everything went on. And either way, the next day, two of the people that were getting sober with me were gone, and also the guy who kept smelling like cigarettes, he was also gone. So, from what I understand, they waited until like 10:30-ish when all the lights are kind of dim and everything's chill, and they beat the crap out of it, you know. So if you don't want something like that to happen to you, don't be a complete dick in front of everybody blatantly, and you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So again, these are extreme cases, you know. I don't believe that you as my audience, I don't believe that you're going to go in there wanting to fight people. But there are people that go in wanting to fight people because they think that it's jail, and they think that they need to be a big tough guy and they need to prove something, and they fail to realize that we've all admitted defeat, basically. You know, we're all defeated. You don't need to be a big guy because we're all defeated. It's like calling a kid a nerd in college in 2022. It just doesn't make any sense, you know. So that happened. Another one that happened, again, I did not have anything to do with this. I promise. And I'm not saying that. I swear on my mom and my Oma, who put me through this rehab, I had nothing to do with this. This is something that was brought to my attention. So, one thing that a lot of people did in rehab was they would make their own alcohol, right? Because even when you're in rehab, you can still get your drug of choice at any moment, you know? And I don't want to scare people, but people bring that stuff in, and people have visitors, and it gets in. And it really is your choice not to use it, you know? That being said, we had a dorm kitchen, basically. It wasn't a very big kitchen, but it had a fridge in it, and the nurses, the nurse staff would bring up like a big food cart, and they would bring like 1 liter cartons of apple juice, orange juice, and cranberry juice. And we had a coffee machine, we had buns, we had basically everything, because there was a lot of people. If you got in trouble, you were stuck to the ward. You weren't allowed to go to the cafeteria, you weren't allowed to go to the gift shop, you weren't allowed to do any of that. So at least you could still snack. That being said, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Also, I don't know anything about editing, so give me a break. I will get better. So basically, they gave us these these 1 liter containers of juice. And what a lot of people would do is they would drink, maybe a cup out of it, and then they'd fill it with sugar, and they'd fill it with bread, and they'd fill it with, I don't really know what they filled it with, because I didn't partake in that. Even when I was a drinker, I was a beer drinker. I've never even had rum or vodka, really, in my life. But that's what they would drink. And I think it's called Pruno, right? Like prison wine. And it would get them loaded. And they would sit there in the back, and they'd sit there in the backpack area of the common area, and they just drink it. And the thing is, we were tested, so they would get caught. They knew they would get caught, but they didn't care, because a lot of these people were here because work sent them. They were there because work said, listen, give this a try. If it doesn't work, we'll try and figure something else out. So they just went there on a vacation, made some liquor, got loaded, But one guy tattled on the other guy, and that was not good at all, because okay, I don't know what the guidelines are on YouTube, because I'm new to it, but he got beaten up really bad. And yeah, I don't know if I can say this, if this video get taken down or anything, but basically they took a nail clipper, right, and they took his eyelids like that, right, and they put the nail clipper right like that, and so that's what I heard. I wasn't there. I don't have anything involved with this. That's what I heard, and from what the evidence that I saw, that equates to that. So, terrible things, but that doesn't happen all the time. If you got to remember, even a normal hospital will have fights, and normal hospitals have security guards, and normal hospitals have all these things. So none of these things that are happening in rehab are really unique to rehab, So I just want to let you know that things are safe, and as long as you go in with an open mind, and you want the help, and you want to get better, and you just stick to your program, you're going to be fine. Because rehab, you're very busy in rehab. So you're gonna have downtime, but you're gonna be very busy. You're gonna be busy with homework, like you're in high school again, because you have to do reports on how you're feeling. You have to write like a 45, at least the hospital I was in, I had to write like a 45 page biography on my entire drug use. And that's incredibly hard because, as I've said in past videos, I don't have many memories of my 20s. I think I have about 8 memories. I remember my cancer treatment vividly. I remember celebrating my birthday with my then girlfriend, but I don't remember, in Germany, but I don't remember what birthday it was or how long ago it was. I remember the first time I went to rehab. I remember the last time I saw my mom. And I remember the fight that my dad and I got into right before my mom passed away. But other than that, I don't remember anything from my 20s, and that's really sad, you know. I don't even remember getting, like, my tattoos. I just have them, you know. So I just wanted to tell those stories. If again, just please be safe. go in with an open heart, go in with an open mind. Things are going to be fine. Um, Keep a lookout for tomorrow. I'm going to be uploading more. And yeah, let me know if you have any suggestions. Please remember also to comment on the giveaway video. A lot of people are commenting on the announcement video. Comment on the giveaway video. That's how you enter. There's a video, it says giveaway. Comment here. Go to that one. I really want you guys to be involved in the charity giveaway. It was for 25 subscribers, but by the time we do the giveaway, I'm already close to 100, which is fantastic. Alright? God, Dasani water is terrible. Alright. Guys, good night. Wherever you are in the whole wide world, please be safe. Remember, I am not against drinking. I just want people to be safe, so if you are drinking, just have a good plan to get home. Please be safe, and if you feel at any point like you need to get help, talk to somebody. There's no shame in it. I feel better than I have in my whole life, and yeah, it's just amazing. And you can do so many good things. You can do so many good things when you're sober. It's astronomical. You can help people. You can, even if you don't want to help people, you can just enjoy life. You can just sit back and enjoy life, you know? So, I'm going to stop rambling. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by my channel. Please like and subscribe. I'm doing my best to get used to all this. Got a studio light. I hope it looks alright. And that's about it. Guys, good night. Is it still record? Oh no! I've done it again.